Some people, you know, we go to like 3, 4 a.m. sometimes, and then some people just get it done real quick. And some of the people are actual stunt performers. So those go a little smoother, and then we can actually go a little more advanced.
Do you remember what the longest amount of takes you did?
Amount of takes? Yeah, probably like 70 takes.
70?
Yeah, no, we're sweating
Dude.
bullets. My hair is different. I'm like, yo, look at my eyes, dude.
Because like I feel like at some point, like it's starting to get late. After every take, you're probably so tired. So like wouldn't it be getting worse the more?
I don't think so, because like adrenaline takes over and your muscles are all warmed up at that point, and you're like, the more reps, it's just easier to remember things. And like for me, I start adding character beats because I have ADD. I'm just gonna keep adding things to make it better. But then the other person that has a better understanding, because they don't do what we do, they have a better understanding of an idea of what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why like the rehearsals help a lot. And then we're doing slow walkthroughs first. So we're doing the camera walkthroughs first, and we start picking it up. So they start really kind of adapting to it. It doesn't really become as challenging as it, because they're joining us and we're carrying and helping so much that I just tell them, don't try to do it right because it's going to show on your face. Just be badass. Just do it cool as fuck. Because a lot of the actors do a better job sometimes than the people that are not, because they're just selling and they want it so bad. Yeah. So I'm like, she'd probably kick my ass right now. Like if she did that combo I taught her, she's going to kick my ass. Like that would definitely mess my cheekbone, like chip me or some stuff. Like they're really selling it. And certain people are like that I give the direction to, and they're trying to do it right. You could see they're kind of like doing it. And other people, even if it's not as complex, but they're really throwing them hits, like it's gonna look absolutely beautiful, you know?
Yeah. Has there been any close calls, or how often are people accidentally getting hit? Like
okay, like so they never get hit. I get beat up a lot. So there was a time that my friend Monica, she's a fitness influencer, and she threw even though it's a rubber mallet, she threw it at a wall, and it bounced off the wall and hit me directly in my nuts. It was funny, because my cameraman was crying out of laugh, because sometimes we're so serious, and like when something like that happens out of the blue, it's like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? So that one was funny. And then I remember Marina Mazeppa, she broke my tooth during the take, and that was a super proud moment for me, because that one was like almost 2 minutes, one take. That one was like we had to post in 2 parts. Because you know, social media only give like 6 seconds. And then after she broke my tooth, she actually does this Black Widow wrap, but I did a double wrap to a choke. So she spins around me twice, and then she lands in a choke, so her feet never touches the ground. She has to choke me out. I have to fall on my knees or on my knee pads and stuff. Then she snaps my neck. Then I have to roll off. Then she does all this character beats. So I have to like act dead and not out of breath. So that was the only take I did with my eyes dead but closed, because my tooth was broken. Oh man! And then she broke my tooth. That was like the first 45 seconds was smooth, and then the hit happened. Bam! It was like a sling kick, which is like a kind of like a mini version of a scorpion kick, which is around the side, like wha-bam, bang. You know, just broke my tooth, and then she knees me and starts wrapping me around. So my tooth was broken. I'm spinning it around.
Were you bleeding at this point or no?
It was just chipped it. And then I spun her around, and then I acted it full, and then bam, and then she finished it. And usually I get up and I start, you know, like keeping people's energy on time. That time I sit up slowly. I go, tooth comes out, and I was like, gangsta! I was so hyped. I'm like, I killed the take, even though my tooth was broken. I was so hyped.
That was the ending, the take that you guys used.
That was the take we used. That was super fun. And then sometimes we're using like the tube lights, the Nanlite tube lights, and then they're 10 foot each. And sometimes the camera kind of kicks it, and then every time someone hits it, they fall and slam. So we broke 2 of them already. And then one take with Jabron, he's the trampoline specialist stunt performer. He during his take, the cameraman or somebody or me maybe like kicked it, and this 10-foot tube is falling, and I'm just like, boom! I catch it and I look at it, I'm like, yeah! Every time somebody hits it, everybody drops that shit. I caught that shit right now. I got just super hyped. So we have a lot of like good memories in there, and there's some stuff is like kind of like, just like we're so proud of it and like what happened in there, and everybody's like, I see they get a lot of fulfillment because they see themselves in the new ones, like, whoa, that's me, and they're like, boom, bam, like just doing beautiful action. I'm always like pushing the creative. If we're not pushing the difficulty, we're pushing the creative. So then it's like, it's a lot of cool memories that happen in there.
Do you think it did well, like helped you grow as well? Because you're also not just working with stunt people, you're also working with like actors who aren't stunt people. So it kind of brings in like this different audience, and it also gets like their friends and whatnot who want to come and work with you, because like you're just like, it's not so traditional. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Definitely the consistency of the personal brand. So if you're doing great work, but if you're doing it all the time, you're on people's radar, right? So I think like not only like being in the industry and getting on the radar of a lot of other directors and producers, but we're just getting all the general audiences from the other people that follow them. Because a lot of them end up being like collab posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of traffic actually from there than even our own. So we're getting a lot of traffic from all these different personalities, like Instagram personalities. And it's always so many different types of people. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because like you see someone who's like you said earlier, you had like a fitness influencer or something like that.
Yeah.
They don't normally post
ever
action scenes.
So they get the most comments and like
exactly. So that's actually a really smart way of kind of growing your own following. Just like bringing in people that usually don't do that kind of stuff, and then just like surprising all their fans and their followers with something crazy, right?
Like the most recent one that it was really cool was with Bree TSE. She's on like the main girl on Selling Sunset on Netflix.
Oh, like that they just sell the real estate show?
Yeah.
Wait,
so she's beating my ass. Way. She's beating my ass with Louis Vuittons on. That's wow. Like, but she killed that acting. I'm not gonna lie, she killed that. Okay. And then everybody is like, okay, so you're not selling it. They better buy these properties. All these comments are like trickling in, like, yo, don't mess with her. Next Tomb Raider, blah, 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 blah. It's just hilarious because everybody's like, that watches the show, that audience is coming to me, like seeing all her in a whole new light. And they're like, don't even do that type of show no more. Do action, you know what I mean? It's like, there's just a new light on these people. And to answer your question, that brings all types of new audience each time from different, you know.
Because I think that helps you also like, because if you were just only working with people who are strictly in like stunts and like action, I feel like that's just like a very narrow like niche. Whereas like if you can collab with these other people and also like teach them, I think that's pretty sick as well. Yeah,
I ended up even being casting people for it. Like when I'm working in the film industry now, I'm like, I have trained this person, and they look like this. So and sometimes they get picked from that. Yeah.
So how did that, like making it into the film world from just being on like Instagram and like starting to do these, you know, like taking your love for martial arts, when did you start getting, you know, jobs for film and whatnot?
Honestly, it's just literally being discovered through DM. I just have producers reach out to me and directors, and they're just come randomly, like the one I just did with the Turco-Mongol Conqueror just came 10 days ago out the blue. They just, sometimes out the blue, these opportunities come. So it's pretty nice, man. I think the key is just like when you're doing it consistently, because people just remember, or it's just like your chances of success is definitely higher when you're always putting something out, because that's the new eyes, and they're like, that's what we need. And action demand is going to be growing, and it's really high right now. So when you're shown like something, that's like, it's like you got to celebrate every type of variety that you bring to it. So sometimes we're doing, today we're doing like gun work. Sometimes we're doing just like the more like karate type stuff. And sometimes we're doing sword stuff. And people are like, oh, we need the bow and arrow. We need this, we need that. They're like, oh, he's the one. They're the ones that are doing that. Yeah. So you're just right there. That's why I'm like, I want to make sure the quality is there. So it's like when the opportunity comes, we're, you know, the ones bringing a lot to we're pushing the tomato score higher. You bring us in, we're pushing, and I'm trying to make that number, like, we got to get that chunk in there.
So so do you think is there like a signature style you would say that you are like the most, like that people look for you, I guess, like when you're saying like producers DM you and stuff, like are they reaching out to you for a specific type of expertise, or do you have like a signature type of like move or style that is
definitely action design, but I think it's what they need, because sometimes they see something but they're like, can you also do this? So I think it's like what project they have going on, and then they're just gonna ask us the question. But if they see like we already got their attention with the difficulty that we bring, right? So it all depends, as case by case, and and then if anything, we'll prep for it. So there's nothing we can't do. We're just gonna figure it out. That's fun anyway.
Has there been something that you've had to like learn that's been like something that you haven't done before, like on set or like anything like that?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I did a bow and arrow 2 days ago, and then it was supposed to be someone else, and then they're like, here's the bow, it's a real bow, and I'm a coordinator, so I'll keep everybody safe, so I make these announcements, no one stands over there, la la la. But then I'm like, okay, I got tattoos in this hand, so I have to do one of 3 grips. Let me look up what grips are actually legit. So I did an invert grip. So and then one, when you hold the bow, you're not supposed to grip, you're supposed to have the thumb out. And then I'm like, the way I want to pull it out and the way I want to rotate it so that it falls nicely for the pull-out shot. So I create like 6-second duration before I even get to like create the tension. So we have like a parallax coming in, like pass through. Outside of safety, you have to have like a design of a cadence to it. Otherwise, it's just like a stunt. Because that's why I'm more of a second unit director and not just a coordinator. Because I understand duration. I'm doing all my own editing and film work on it. So I have an understanding for what directors see and what actually would help a lot. So they're just like,